I think that's the biggest thing is like figuring out. And I remember us even talking to Ose Tutu. Her interview, Dr. Ose Tutu's interview, was fresh on my mind because I just did some of the edits on that video. And one thing that she talked about was discovering what your passion is, what's your happy place, and building your practice around that.
And then the practice stuff, I just was not happy after a while. I was like, I like doing procedures by myself. This like people management is sort of not my forte. I was like, what is this for? Like, if I'm gonna practice medicine like this, I'm just not gonna do this. Like, it's not. I didn't feel like for me, I was benefiting people properly. I was just like, this is not it, and I'm not gonna do this. That's it, and I don't have to because I already went to we did the hard work already, right? So the life I live now is my choice. I always say normalize underachieving. Like normalize that because we already did the overachieving, right? And I feel like as long as you have identified what your goals are and what you are willing to do to achieve those goals, then great. And it's not about just being a doctor because that's not the only thing that defines me, right? Like I'm somebody's sister, I'm somebody's, auntie, like I have other relationships. And also, as I started getting into hair loss, those visits, they take a long time, right? So in order to really talk to people and really figure out like what's going on. So that was that sort of educational part. And then of course, I just loved learning about it. So let me just do what I'm good at. Smaller office. Now I have like 2 or 3 employees. And, I see a lot less patients and I do everything by myself. And now I can say I literally love my job. Like when I go to work every day, I'm like, I look forward to it. It makes me, I'm so happy. So, so happy.
For her, it's
Yeah.
hair restoration. So much so that she's a
Yeah, she's great.
dermatologist where she cracks jokes about whenever they get somebody who comes in for a rash because they're like, oh,
Yeah.
this is like real derm. I'm looking at a rash because she doesn't do any rashes because she doesn't like to treat rashes.
Yeah.
But she loves to treat hair restoration. She loves to go to conferences. She loves to study it at night, and that's
Yeah.
like her thing. One of your things is you love to make things look pretty, whether that's making pretty scars when you're doing surgeries to make sure there's no scar, or the design of our clinic, or all of those kind of things. It's probably on your mind all the time. You never get bored thinking about it or going through it. And so I think that one thing that we are still in the process of doing, I don't know if we got to figure it out to the degree that she does, which is, you discovering what is your area of passion and not doing anything outside of that.
Yeah, I'm still working on it, but she's she's the main provider. We have other, we have some NPs in our practice.
But that's all the more
And I think
reason
I'm
why you
still,
shouldn't have to do things that you don't want to do.
yeah, but I think my I don't know, my attention span is just like one day I'm doing Mohs, one day I'm doing excisions, one day of the week. My schedule is a reflection of my brain.
And how you
Like
like to work.
and how like, yeah. So a little bit of chaos, a little bit of like diff yeah. My schedule is, but you're right. I would love to be able to just laser focus on one thing. And I don't know, maybe as I get older, that'll be something that I can get, but right now I'm all over the place. I do Mohs, I do excisions, I do cosmetics, I do gen derm. And I feel like I do them well, but is there something that I'm like really great at? I think
I mean, you're
surgery.
great at all of those. I think a deeper
Yeah.
question is, what do you enjoy doing the most? What is your happy place? What is your passionate place? Support for the DermBiz Show comes from EasyDerm. If you're a dermatologist or part of a dermatology practice, you know how critical it is to have tools that make your workflow seamless. EasyDerm is revolutionizing dermatology with its intuitive EHR solutions, designed specifically to simplify your practice operations and give you more time to focus on patient care. Their system isn't just easy to use, it's built with dermatologists in mind, making it the perfect choice for practices looking to streamline and grow. Want to learn more? Head over to easyderm.com to see how they can help you elevate your practice to the next level. And here's a little insider tip. Tell them the DermBiz Show sent you. Also, before we jump back in, here's a quick reminder to make sure you're connected with us on all of our other social media platforms. We share other content on those platforms that's going to help you grow and build your private practice. We believe that we need more doctors in leadership positions in private practice ownership, and we believe that our content is going to help you get to where you need to go. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on all those platforms. All right, thanks for listening, and another big shout out to EasyDerm. Now let's get back to the show.
Now this is turning into therapy. So
Exactly.
I
And you
don't
may not
know.
know the answer to that right now. I remember one, but I do remember something that Dr. Osetutu said that stuck out to me. He talked about the importance of normalizing underachievement. She talked about the idea of you don't
You
have
don't
to
be trying
do
to be great
you
at
don't have to do
everything.
everything. You
I
don't
know.
have to build a second practice and a third practice and a fourth practice. You don't have to do Botox and filler and liposuction and Kybella and hair restoration and skin checks and biopsy. You don't have to do everything. Quote unquote underachieving is kind of sifting through, deleting, editing, subtracting what doesn't bring you
Yeah.
joy and just kind of staying
Yeah.
in that lane.
I'm on my journey to figure what that out. Right now I enjoy everything, so it's still fine, but I think as time goes on, you want to be hyper focused and just, maybe cutting out all the other
Yeah.
stuff.
And for me, the thing that
Oh,
I love doing is I love working on the business. I'm not a big fan of working in the business. I'll work in the business if
mm,
somebody needs me. If they need me to check in patients or go do this or go do that or go see the CEO of a hospital, whatever I have to do, I'll go do. But what I enjoy the most is working on the business. So it's like, what is our marketing game plan? What is our what is our strategy for retaining top talent and hiring new people? What are we doing? How can we equip the staff so they can get more accomplished in less time? Do we need to hire another virtual to help with the back end admin stuff? Is there new software out there that can help streamline the process? Like, to me, those things are so exciting because you're never done, and it's always an
yeah,
opportunity to improve and get better.
yeah. No, I agree. I'm just striving to get better
Striving to get better.
with my best friend.
And that's a wrap for this episode of the DermBiz Show. We hope you found today's discussion insightful and packed with value to help you navigate the challenges of running your private practice. We'd love to hear from you. Is there a specific topic you'd like us to cover or a question you want answered? Reach out to us at thedermbiz@gmail.com or drop us a message on social media. Your input helps us tailor the show to what matters most to you and your practice. Speaking of social media, don't forget to follow us on all of our platforms for updates, bonus content, and tips to keep your practice running smoothly. And of course, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. Thanks for tuning in today, and we can't wait to have you join us again the next time. Until then, take care, keep thriving, and we'll see you the next time on the DermBiz Show.